Hello everyone and welcome to Life Begins in 20. My name is Mark and today we have the Gruul cards from my cube and any of the changes that have been made. Now, I just want to say thank you everybody that has been making suggestions to those videos in previous times because my cube is playing so much better, and all of these videos have been broken up into individual guilds because that's what's been voted for on Twitter. So there will be a link in the description below for you for each of those colours, and it's also in a playlist. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. A new card straight away here with Domi Rad. This one came in for Mina and Den because it just wasn't, I wasn't supporting landfall and it wasn't really doing as much as I was hoping it was going to do. So for this one we've got ourselves a 1, a red and a green for a 3 loyalty. Look at the top card of your library of its creature, you can reveal it and put it into your hand. So again, you get to look, sort out your turns and potentially get yourself a little bit of extra card draw there. -2 is target creature you control fights another target creature, and again with the colours we've got here, especially with green, you're going to get some big creatures, nice piece of removal going on. And then -7, which I haven't personally managed to get him to since I've put him in, you get an emblem with creatures you control have double strike, trample, hexproof and haste, which is definitely a game ender in these colours, but to be perfectly honest, you know, sorting yourselves out, getting some creatures, plus having a bit of removal there with -2 has been pretty decent. Next up, we've got Arlincord, again, second Planeswalker here, opened up in Shadows over Innistrad. It's done a decent enough job for, you know, reasons to be able to keep it in anyway. So for 2, a red and a green, you've got 3 loyalty. Until the end of turn, one target creature gets +2/+2 and gains vigilance and haste, so it's perfect for swinging in with a creature straight away if it hasn't got haste, so a big creature coming straight away, that'd be really cool. Next we've got a naught cost is put a 2/2 wolf token creature and flip her over. If we just quickly do that. So she becomes Arlen, Embraced by the Moon. A +1 then, creatures you control get +1/+1 trample, which is very nice to have, especially if you've got yourself a wider board presence there. -1 deals 3 damage to target creature or player, and then you get to transform her back. Or if you can get her up to -6, you've got creatures you control have haste, and you can tap this creature to deal damage equal to its power to target creature or player. And with the amount of big creatures, I've actually had that ultimate go off. It's just a game ender right there on the spot with some of the big creatures we've had in green. Just move that. Next up, we've got Voltite Brawler, and again, this has just kept doing some really decent work for me. I mean, it's a 3/2 for a red and a green, which is really nice on its top. When it enters the battlefield, it gets 2 energy, and you can spend 1 energy whenever it attacks, give it +1/+1 and trample until the end of turn. I mean, it's self-sufficient for a couple of turns, and it does a really decent amount of work there. Next up, we've got Burning Tree Emissary for either a mixture of 2 red, 2 green. We've got ourselves a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you give yourself a red and a green to your mana pool. So it basically ends up paying for itself if you can play another card on top of it there, which is very useful. Next up, we've got Gore Clan Rampager, which has been swapped in for Flinttooth Boar. So we've got a 4/4 with trample, plus it's got Blood Rush there for a red and a green. You get to discard it, and target attacking creature gets +4/+4 and gains trample to the end of turn. And to be perfectly honest, that has actually surprised a lot of players that I've played against, and is able to swung in potentially even for the win there. Next up, we've got another favourite here with Bloodbraid Elf. So it's 3/2 with haste for 2 and a red and a green, plus it's got Cascade on top. And the amount of times there's been a great card been coming off the top of that with Cascade has been amazing. Next, we've got Apocalypse Hydra. So it gets X, a red and a green. You've got yourself, enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. If X is 5 or more, it enters with an additional X +1/+1 counters on it. So more often than not, I've seen this come on from with more than 5, spent more than 5 mana on it. And you can pay 1 and a red to remove a +1/+1 counter on it, and it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So later on in the game, if there is a load of excess mana, you can literally just end up flinging the counters at your opponents to fire them down there. And the last change that we've got here is Fire Spout. We got from the Vault Annihilation. Again, the foil does look really nice. And this one came in for Omnath Locus of Rage because, to be honest, Omnath was just too expensive and landfall wasn't really supported that well, but it's just more down to the fact it was just too expensive. So Fire Spout here, for either 2 and a red or 2 and a green, it deals 3 damage to target creature without flying if red was spent to cast it, and 3 damage to each creature with flying if green was spent, and do both if red and green was spent. So potentially, you know, it could be 1 a red and a green to do 3 damage to every creature, which, you know, I don't mind having that as a little board wipe for these colours. So there we have all of the Gruul cards within my cube. There's been a few changes to this colour and it's performing so much better. So again, thank you all so much for the suggestions that have been made to me. It's really helped my cube to play so much better. Like I said at the start of the video, there will be links in the description below for all of the multicoloured cards, plus there will be inside a playlist as well. So again, thank you all so much for really helping my cube get so much better. I would just like to take this moment to thank my Patreons of the channel. I can't thank you enough for the help and support that you're giving me. If you'd like to do the same, head over to patreon.com/lifebegins@20, and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, where there are plenty of rewards to choose from. With your support, we can really push to make this channel even better. Be sure to check out our sponsor, 5colorcombo.com, for a great range of Magic the Gathering accessories with stunning artwork, plus a great app to draft and create decks on the fly. Use the referral code LifeBegins20 for 5% off. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. With your support, we can really help this channel to grow. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.